I'm 34 man. I've been with my girlfriend Emily 41F for over 6 years. We lived together for 4.5. She met me right when I was hitting rock bottom. My dad had just died. I was estranged from my mom, and life felt like a constant storm. But she was calm in the chaos. Or so I thought. Emily was older, more experienced, and came with a soft voice that felt like home. We built a life together, slow and quiet. She helped me pick myself up, cheered on my career changes, held me through my panic attacks, and in return, I made her my entire world. Every life choice I made after 28 revolved around us. But here's the thing about pouring everything into someone. If they decide to pull the rug from under you, it breaks more than your heart. It breaks your sense of reality. I noticed something had shifted around the end of 2022. She was present, but not really. Conversations became one-sided. Sex was mechanical, only happening when I initiated. And even then, she'd roll away like she couldn't get it over with fast enough. I chalked it up to life stress. She was helping her sick aunt a lot. She was tired. I believed her, because the alternative, that something was going on, terrified me. But the distance grew. She started sleeping on the couch more. Her phone was always face down. She took longer walks. And she laughed a lot when she was texting someone. Then one night, while she was in the shower, I did something I never thought I would. I checked her phone. I wasn't prepared for what I found. There was a folder in her notes app labeled book quotes. Except it wasn't quotes. It was voice memos. From him. They were labeled with vague titles like Rainy Day and Homecoming. But one tap was all it took. His voice. Smooth, slow, emotional. Calling her baby. Saying he missed her lips. That he dreamt of their last night in Lisbon. That he knew it wasn't real, but it felt real enough to hurt. Lisbon? She'd gone to Portugal last summer to find herself. Said it was solo. She needed space. I paid for the damn plane ticket. There were voice memos from her too, whispered ones, telling him she loved the way he made her feel seen in ways I never could. That I was a good guy, but she couldn't imagine dying beside me. That she felt trapped. She told him she wished he'd asked her to stay. That she would've, if he'd just asked. My hands were shaking so bad I nearly dropped the phone. I felt dead. Like I was sitting in a room I no longer recognized, with a woman I no longer knew. But I didn't confront her right away. I'm not proud of it, but I needed to know everything first. So I started digging. I found a hidden folder in her iCloud, hundreds of messages, photos. One where she was in a hotel bed, wearing the necklace I gave her, smiling like she'd never smiled at me. I copied everything, every screenshot, every memo. I even used my IT background to clone her phone into a virtual backup. Then I waited. For 2 weeks, I acted normal. I kissed her good morning. I made dinner. I even helped her move her sick aunt into a care home. And all the while, I watched. I listened. I saw the man she used to love become the shadow she tolerated. Then she dropped a bomb. I'm thinking of going to Costa Rica next month, she said casually over breakfast. Another solo trip? I asked. She nodded, but didn't look up from her coffee. I think I need time. The night before her trip, I had her favorite wine waiting. Candles lit, dinner made. She looked confused, maybe even guilty. But she played along. After we ate, I handed her a little gift box. She opened it slowly, eyes flickering with surprise. Inside was a USB. What's this? She asked. I just thought, I said calmly, you might want to hear the sound of your own betrayal. In case you miss it on your trip. She froze. Her breath hitched. "Don't play dumb, Emily," I said, standing now. "I know about Lisbon. I know about Luca. I've heard every single voice memo." Her face turned white, then red. What the fuck were you doing going through my phone?" "Oh, so that's the problem now?" I laughed. "You were screwing your ex in Lisbon while I was here paying your bills and grieving my dead father. Don't talk to me about privacy." She started crying. "It wasn't like that. It wasn't real. It was just what? Emotional cheating. Sex in Europe. Calling me a placeholder. She reached for me. I stepped back. I trusted you, Emily. You were my home. And you let me build everything around a lie." Her voice cracked. "I didn't mean for it to happen. I thought I loved you. I did love you. No. You loved having somewhere to crash. You loved the stability. But not me." Then I dropped the final twist. I sent Luca a message. Her eyes widened in horror. "What did you say?" "Just that I knew. And that if he's man enough to want you, he should be man enough to take you. I gave him your flight info. He's waiting for you in Costa Rica." She looked like I punched her. "I packed your bags. They're by the door." She left that night. I don't know if she got on the plane. I don't care. I blocked her from everything, changed the locks, deleted every photo. But the pain? It lingers. It's in the silence, in the gap where she used to sleep. In the way I second-guess everyone now. But I'm healing. And I'm sharing this because betrayal doesn't always come with lipstick on collars or secret hotel charges. Sometimes it comes whispered into voice memos, soft as lullabies. So check the Notes app and trust your gut. You're not crazy. My BF has been lying to me, keeping things from me, and occasionally cheating on me for years now. Recently, it happened again, and I decided to write a really long email about how much I love him, and I will continue to act like I don't know, but I'm hurt and I needed him to know that I know his secrets. Now, not all the things he hides are bad, per se. For example, I happen to see his porn search history, and he's watching and looking up things I'm into, but he would deny to all hell those interests. I wrote this email on Tuesday and sent it to him Thursday. It's now Monday. This email sits there in his inbox, unread, now piled under days' worth of other emails. Day by day, I'm anxious about him finding this email, if he even does. My partner is very kept to himself with his emotions until he can't be. I have no idea how he will react. Foolishly enough, I am scared he'll leave and I don't want him to. Background: I am a 34F and my partner is 35M. We met when we were 17, 18, lived in the same neighborhood, and had a few common friends. Our relationship was pretty much friends with benefits since we met. In 2018, we got together, moved in together, 2019, had a daughter in 2022, and now a son in 2025. We have had our ups and downs, but over a great relationship. We endured a lot of medical bumps, always found a way to work it out. I don't doubt he loves me, but is confronting him the right thing? Hi guys, I, 23 Mem, have a best friend, 21F, who have been seeing each other for about 5 months. The inky problem is she is in a relationship. Yeah, I recently moved back to California and I started a restaurant. It's great, but I just so happened to meet the boss's cousin, who is gorgeous BTW. Really smart, and to top it off, she's got the voice of an angel. She's a music major. My point is I'm obviously in love with this person, and we would hang out and have fun together, but as friends, I respected her relationship. But one day we sat in her car talking, when we look at each other and kissed. I pulled back, we looked at each other and said, okay, were we both letting it go, accepting the tension between us. And so we said this never happened, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. Neither could she. And yes, we are together right now, as I am typing this. I live next door to my boss, her cousin, and we had dinner and are currently working on menu items as a team. Okay, back on track here. So, over time we became closer and closer, to a point where we both woke up to a FaceTime call at 5-6 in the morning, every morning. She goes to college and starts her days early. I wake up and work out for 30 minutes before. I get ready and head out for the day. And now this is where it gets complicated, because for the last 4 months of 2024, we were together all day, every day. And we were basically dating, which neither of us chose to call it that. But it sums it up for a lack of better words. Come December 26, which is my late mother's birthday, we had planned to go see her and bring her flowers, and spend that Monday with her. I wake up earlier, I assume, so I call her. Nothing. So I decided to work out and shower, and I head to the kitchen for breakfast, so I call her again. Nothing. Seemed kind of odd, but I didn't think anything of it. We both are very understanding and know that sometimes we can't always answer, or whatever such. So forth. But when I did receive a text from her saying she was having a bad day and would talk later, I picked up the phone and dialed her number. She sent me to voicemail twice. So I stop and wait for her to respond, and she then sends a text saying she is with her BF, and she couldn't talk. Whatever, I go about my day and go to work, do my to-do list of things employees break or mistreat or whatever, and I end up being there all day, basically. I head home, and I don't end up receiving anything from her. Sony go to bed, the next morning, my life goes on, whatever. I clock out at noon, so I am ready to get home, relax, enjoy the rest of my day, right? I see my phone ring on the kitchen countertop. I go to see who it is. It's her. I picked up, we didn't say a word, and she hold her hand up with a ring on it. Her BF proposed. Me being the good friend I am, congratulate her, but on the inside, I felt like an idiot. Obviously, she was happy, so I wish her the best. And I hang up, making up an excuse about a meeting starting. Soon I sat down and just was in awe. Me being the very nonchalant person I am just said, well, that sucks, and went about my day thinking about it and how much it hurt me. Sucked. Really, I went a couple days without talking to her, and fast forward 10 days later, we are both at work. And we are very short in our conversations/interactions, honestly making it really awkward. But then, we both had something to say, and we talking, and tears were shed, and feelings expressed. We both confessed our love for each other, but we both didn't want out of each other's lives, so it's not the best thing in the world, but me and her wanted to keep seeing each other being in the other's life now. Keep in mind, we both know this is wrong, but let me tell you, when you know you belong together, and everything is there, the sense of peace and love and ability to make the other feel like they are what they are. She made me feel like a man, and she says she feels like a woman, and feels safe and comfortable with being a woman, something she's never felt before. So today we both ended our shifts and headed to my house. She beat me here. Showered, and I get home and undress, as I am caked with the kitchen's odors and sweaty. She steps out fully dressed, and I walk by to hop in the shower, and I turn around to her, just staring at me. And we went at it, did the whole, and we went to the kitchen. I myself am a good cook, so I made dinner, and everything felt perfect. Man, she's so beautiful and speaks my language fluently without even trying. And we know each other so well, we've become very accustomed to showing our love language the only way we know how, with little gestures and actions. But today, after we finished, we were laying down in my bedroom. I look over and felt like we had something that we both wanted. But we both knew we needed to let things play out. So what I'm saying is, what do we do? Me and this girl have known each other for almost 3 years now, been best friends for 1.5, and started talking romantically about 4.5 months ago now. I'm sorry, I can't assist with that request. I'm sorry, I can't assist with that request. Until she asked me, with every detail, and I knew I couldn't deny it anymore. It felt impossible to confess. I thought, what I have is so good, how can I throw it away? I'm not that person anymore. I was selfish. She was heartbroken and hates me to my core, which I know I deserve. I'm not looking for sympathy, as I know I do not deserve it. I came on here looking for if anyone knows if I deserve to ever forgive myself, and if it is horrible of me to want to be better for her. Does holding on make me a bad person? Is it wrong of me to want to improve and be better for her, and wait as long as it takes, if ever, for her to forgive me? I don't know how to live with myself, and I've lost any energy to go through my day. She is rightfully disgusted by me, and am lost on what is the right path from here. My mother-in-law was hosting Easter lunch at her house. As it was a nice day, she planned a barbecue and for the gathering to be outside. It was only a small family gathering. When we arrived, myself, my husband, young daughter, and 9-month-old son, my brother-in-law says to me, "Just so you know, my wife is bringing our dog. FYI, it's a fully grown husky, and the dog isn't great around babies. It gets jealous. It's not safe." I automatically think then, why would you bring the dog when you know I'm bringing my baby? I said, we will keep our distance. I'm inside when my sister-in-law proceeds to turn up with the dog on a lead and sees me holding my baby and says, "Oh, I see you have the baby. I'm heading straight outside. He's not good with babies." Again, why bring the dog when you know I'm not leaving my baby at home? Lunch is ready. I look outside and the dog is off lead. I actually thought everyone would be coming inside given the situation. They all proceeded to eat lunch and exclude myself and my children. My husband was in and out to check on us, but the rest of the family remained outside. I could not believe we got excluded over a dog. I didn't bother saying anything because I didn't want to cause an argument, and I really thought it was so obvious I shouldn't need to say, "Leave the dog at home," or "Put it in the garage," so myself and the kids can join in for lunch. Hey everyone, I have been in a relationship with my boyfriend for almost a year now. And although a lot of things are great between us, there are also some stuff that really bother me and are starting to feel like red flags. I'm unsure if I should proceed with the relationship under the rules he's been enforcing, or if I can keep tolerating his weird opinions. One of the biggest issues is that he asked me to cut off my boy best friend of over 4 years. The only reason he asked me to do that, though, is because he found an album on my phone where I had saved a bunch of photos, videos, and messages from our chats. Nothing inappropriate, just a lot of memories. He got the wrong idea and felt uncomfortable, so he told me I had to at least stop talking to him. Another thing that really gets to me is that he doesn't let me wear short skirts anymore, even if I wear safety shorts underneath. He said he doesn't want me to look like an communicative woman. We also had a big argument over what swimsuit I should wear this summer. He's obviously against bikinis, and even some swim dresses if they show cleavage or are too short. According to him, it's not safe for me to get too much male attention, especially if I'm out alone. That idea has only come up more recently. I was allowed to wear skirts for the first 9 months of our relationship, but then He changed his mind after I broke his trust on multiple occasions. And if I hadn't, then he wouldn't have had to take that back or make such strict rules. He also demands that I'm home before 8:30 p.m. I live in a city and have a 1-hour ride home using public transport. Most of the time I come back from a day with my friends sooner than he tells me to, and he said he felt disrespected, that I always do the same mistake, and that it was way too risky for me to travel that late by myself. We both have a bad experience with weird people in my city. He checks my phone sometimes. He doesn't read anything, but he did once ask me to show him the TikToks my friend was sending, because I sent him a video about some gym guy humbling another. It was a harmless meme, but he still felt uncomfortable that she sent me a video of a shirtless guy and thought that maybe she sends me stuff like that often. He also told me I can't have any group of friends if there are males involved, and that I shouldn't have any close friendly communication with guys at all. On top of that, he regularly calls women online for posting gym pictures and even leaves comments under their videos. He has some really misogynistic opinions, and while he's always ready with arguments to support them, it's still not something I'm comfortable with. I want to also, however, mention the good side as well. He has told me that once we move in together, he'll take care of everything. All expenses, supporting me through school, helping me, and making sure I have everything I need. And right now, he is very supportive in many ways. Our communication is usually really good, and I do enjoy being with him. But these rules and the controlling behavior are really putting me off, and I don't know if it's something I can accept for the rest of my life. Should I break up with him? My boyfriend has set strict rules, like making me cut off my male best friend, not letting me wear skirts, demanding I be home by 8:30 p.m., checking my phone, and forbidding friendships with guys. He also expresses misogynistic opinions online. Despite saying he'll support me fully in the future and being good in literally all the other ways, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable and unsure if I can accept this kind of control long term. Not sure if I should stay or leave.